My beloved, my child of light, my chosen one, kissed by heaven's own flame. Why is your heart beating faster right now? Because deep inside you already know this is not an ordinary moment. Today, Archangel Michael orders you to open this message now. Something miraculous is approaching and it carries your name. Listen closely. Your person is not far away. Even now they are preparing to appear at your door. Carrying something hidden in their hands, it is not just an object. It is a secret, a sign, a gift from destiny itself. Heaven has been whispering about this moment for days, and now the time has finally arrived. Before I reveal more, let me tell you something important. Pause for just 1 second and make sure you are subscribed to this divine stream. Don't let heaven's words slip past you. When you stay connected, miracles keep flowing to you one after another, as if the gates of eternity have been opened just for your life. My child, you cannot imagine the weight of what's coming. You thought your nights of tears went unnoticed, but they were seen. You thought the pain in your chest was yours alone, but angels recorded every sigh. That's why this very day, a great surprise is rushing toward you. When your person knocks on your door, their hands will not only carry something hidden, they will carry the answer to your prayers. You must not skip this message, not even a single line, for every sentence you read pulls you closer to the truth, closer to the hidden mystery that is about to touch your life. Archangel Michael is standing by your side now, commanding your spirit to awaken. He says, don't look away, don't postpone this. The very moment you open fully, heaven will reveal what your eyes have longed to see. Your name was spoken in the chambers of heaven last night. The stars trembled when it was uttered, and today, the echo of that call is arriving in the form of this surprise through the footsteps of the one planning to stand at your door. You cannot take this lightly. Time is moving quickly. The blessing is fragile, unless you welcome it with your whole heart. My beloved, your door is no longer just a door. It has become a sacred threshold. Beyond it waits the answer you thought would never come. And yet, Archangel Michael says, it is coming. It is almost there. Tell my child to be ready. My beloved, my chosen one, my child of eternal light. Do you feel this trembling in your heart right now? It is not just a random feeling. It is a holy signal. Heaven is closer to you than your own breath, and Archangel Michael has been commanded by God himself to reach you on this very day. He says, order my child to open this now. Do not delay. Do not skip, because what is waiting will surprise them beyond imagination. My dear, your life has been silently preparing for this exact moment, and now the hourglass has been turned upside down. The grains of time are falling faster, and every second you remain with me is guiding you closer to the miracle. Your person, the one heaven has been watching over carefully, is already moving closer to you. They are planning even now to appear at your door, but not empty-handed. Their hands will be holding something hidden, something wrapped not only in the folds of fabric or paper, but wrapped in mystery, wrapped in divine destiny. The angels have whispered of this moment, and Archangel Michael says, tell my child to be ready because their soul is about to be touched by what they have prayed for in secret. Imagine it. Your own door, the place you pass through every day without thinking, is about to become the very stage where heaven's plan reveals itself. But before we dive deeper, let me ask you something important. Are you truly connected to this dream of heaven's messages? Don't let this moment pass without subscribing and holding tight to these words. Because when you stay connected, when you say yes to every divine whisper, then blessings do not come one at a time. They flood wave after wave, as if the entire river of miracles breaks its banks and pours into your life. This is not just about this one surprise. It is about keeping the flow alive so that after today you keep receiving, keep growing, keep rising in the light of God's endless generosity. Oh, my child, you think you know surprise, but you don't yet know the surprise that heaven calls a gift. This is not a coincidence. For weeks, even months, you have been asking silently, when will it happen? When will my waiting end? And today the answer is moving toward you on human feet, carrying a secret in human hands. What looks hidden is actually radiant beyond words. Archangel Michael says, this is not an ordinary meeting. This is a heavenly appointment disguised in the form of a human surprise. Do you feel that shiver? That is your soul recognizing the truth before your mind can fully grasp it. You must not skip this. Not even one word. Because skipping is like turning away from your own miracle. Every line here is pulling you deeper into what is meant for you. My beloved, heaven is not silent about you. They speak your name in chambers you cannot yet enter. They send angels to your doorstep in moments you least expect. And now heaven has chosen the very person you love to carry this hidden thing in their hands. This is not about fear. It is about wonder. God says, "Tell my child." They will see with their eyes what their heart has long carried in prayer. Your name was not forgotten, not even once. Last night, the sky trembled with the sound of your destiny being read aloud. Archangel Michael stood beside the throne of God as your name was spoken. And in that instant, things began to shift. Doors you did not know existed began to unlock. Roads you thought were blocked began to clear. And now this surprise is the evidence, the living proof that God has not forgotten your cries. My beloved, the hidden thing in their hands will not just be an object, it will be a symbol. It will mark the beginning of a new chapter, one that was written long before you were even born. Close your eyes for a second and imagine your door, the same door you have opened countless times, but this time, see it differently. See it glowing. See it alive. See it waiting. Because beyond that threshold stands the answer. Beyond that door is the moment that will make your heart pound so strongly. You will wonder if it is still your heart or if heaven itself is beating inside you. Archangel Michael says, "Tell them not to fear. Tell them this is the gift they thought would never come. The answer they thought was delayed forever. Your name was not forgotten, not even once. Last night, the sky trembled with the sound of your destiny being read aloud. Archangel Michael stood beside the throne of God as your name was spoken. And in that instant, things began to shift. Doors you did not know existed began to unlock. Roads you thought were blocked began to clear. And now this surprise is the evidence, the living proof that God has not forgotten your cries. My beloved, the hidden thing in their hands will not just be an object. It will be a symbol. It will mark the beginning of a new chapter, one that was written long before you were even born. Close your eyes for a second and imagine your door, the same door you have opened countless times. But this time, see it differently. See it glowing. See it alive. See it waiting, because beyond that threshold stands the answer. Beyond that door is the moment that will make your heart pound so strongly, you will wonder if it is still your heart, or if heaven itself is beating inside you. Archangel Michael says, "Tell them not to fear. Tell them this is the gift they thought would never come. The answer they thought was delayed forever." My beloved, do you understand why Archangel Michael is urging you so strongly today? Because the moment has ripened. Destiny has reached its hour. You have walked through seasons of silence, nights of tears, and mornings of waiting. Heaven watched you when no one else saw. Every hidden sigh was written. Every silent cry was counted. That is why this surprise is not just an accident. It is heaven's way of rewarding your patience. The angels are whispering, tell them not to fear. For what is hidden is not danger. It is blessing. It is wrapped not in shadow, but in light. There is something miraculous about the way your story has been unfolding. Have you noticed just when you thought nothing was moving, the ground beneath you began to shift quietly? Just when you thought your prayers were unanswered, doors you didn't even knock on started opening. That's how God works. He moves in silence, and then suddenly he shocks the world with his timing. And now Archangel Michael says, this is that moment. This is that hour. The person carrying the hidden gift will not just knock on a door, they will knock on the gate of your destiny. My child, your spirit already knows this is true. That's why your heart is racing even as you read. Think about it. The same person you've held in your prayers, the same one whose face has passed through your dreams, is the very one preparing to appear with something concealed in their hands. But beloved, don't focus only on what they carry. Focus on what it means, because what they bring is not just human, it is divine. It is God's way of saying, I never abandoned you. I never forgot your tears. I never ignored your hope. Heaven is using their hands as a vessel, their steps as a pathway, their voice as a confirmation that your waiting was not in vain. Oh, my child, how many times did you almost give up? How many times did you whisper, maybe it will never happen for me? And yet here you are reading this, being told that the surprise is already on its way. Archangel Michael is pleading, do not skip this. Not one word. Do not turn away, because every breath of this message is preparing their spirit to receive what is coming. You are standing at the edge of a miracle, and all you need to do is remain open. Beloved, there are angels standing outside your home right now, marking the place, sanctifying the ground, making it ready for the divine appointment that is about to happen. That is why your heart feels restless, as if it knows something is approaching. Heaven is closer than the air you are breathing. God is saying, tell my child to lift their head, because the moment they thought would never come is already walking toward them. Do you understand what this means? It means your pain was not wasted. Your waiting was not useless. It means every tear has now become a seed. And today the harvest begins. And yet I must warn you gently. Don't allow doubt to steal this from you. Doubt is a thief that comes quietly whispering, maybe it's nothing, maybe it's not real. But Archangel Michael raises his voice against that lie. He says, this is real. This is urgent. The hidden thing in their hands carries the key to your next chapter. That is why you were led here. That is why you are reading this right now. It is not random. It is not by chance. It is divine orchestration. My beloved, pause for a second. Do you realize how much heaven is fighting for you right now? This is why you are urged to stay connected, to keep following every word that flows from here. Because every word is like a step on a golden bridge leading you from waiting into receiving. This is not just a story. It is your story. And if you skip it, you risk skipping the very moment that was designed to shift your destiny. My beloved, do you feel the trembling in your chest right now? That is not fear. It is recognition. Your soul knows before your mind does. It knows something is on its way, something holy, something unexpected. The angels are surrounding you even as you read these words, preparing your heart to receive. Heaven does not send signals for no reason. Archangel Michael is pressing into you because this moment is fragile, like a window that will not stay open forever. He says, tell them their door is about to become an altar, and what is hidden in those hands will unlock more than they ever dreamed. Child of light, you must understand how rare this is. Not every soul gets such a visitation. Not every home becomes a chosen meeting place for destiny. Do you know why it is you? Because you refuse to give up completely. Even when your knees bent under sorrow, even when silence seemed endless, you still whispered a prayer. You still held a flicker of hope, and heaven heard. That is why the surprise is coming to your very door. It is not about luck. It is about faith that was tested and found pure. Now listen carefully, because this is crucial. What your person carries in their hands may look small, may look ordinary to human eyes, but in the spirit it is monumental. It is the first stone of a temple being built in your life. It is the first page of a chapter that will rewrite everything. Archangel Michael says, tell them not to underestimate what appears simple, for within it is the key to divine expansion. That is why you are being urged not to skip, not to turn away, not to close your heart. The power is in the receiving. The why. Do you know how long heaven has been orchestrating this? Longer than you think. Before you even knew this person, before you even dreamed of their footsteps, plans were being written in heavenly books. Angels were assigned. Timetables were set. Every delay you suffered was not a denial. It was a preparation. And now in this very season, the schedule of heaven has aligned with the steps of man. That is why Michael's voice is urgent. That is why he is saying, now my child, not tomorrow, not later. Now listen carefully, because this is crucial. What your person carries in their hands may look small, may look ordinary to human eyes, but in the spirit it is monumental. It is the first stone of a temple being built in your life. It is the first page of a chapter that will rewrite everything. Archangel Michael says, tell them not to underestimate what appears simple, for within it is the key to divine expansion. That is why you are being urged not to skip, not to turn away, not to close your heart. The power is in the receiving. Do you know how long heaven has been orchestrating this? Longer than you think. Before you even knew this person, before you even dreamed of their footsteps, plans were being written in heavenly books. Angels were assigned. Timetables were set. Every delay you suffered was not a denial. It was a preparation. And now in this very season, the schedule of heaven has aligned with the steps of man. That is why Michael's voice is urgent. That is why he is saying, "Now, my child, not tomorrow, not later." Now, beloved, imagine the sound of that knock on your door. It will seem like an ordinary knock, yet the heavens will echo with it. The moment you hear it, something inside you will leap because you will know. The hidden thing in their hands is not just for your eyes. It is for your soul. It is the answer that will quiet the storms you have battled. It is the confirmation that will silence every doubt. It is the proof that God has been closer than your shadow all along. But I must tell you this too. When miracles arrive, they test the heart. Will you open with joy or will you hesitate with fear? Do not hesitate. Do not allow suspicion to choke your blessing. Michael is clear. Receive them. Receive what they carry. Receive it as if you were receiving heaven itself. For in truth, that is exactly what is happening. Heaven is sending itself through human hands to your doorstep. My child, can you feel the shift in the air around you? Even your atmosphere knows what is coming. The angels have already marked this day. They have already gone ahead to prepare. You are not alone in this moment. You have never been alone, but now more than ever, heaven is pressing in close. God himself is watching, whispering your name, urging you forward. He says, "This is the time. This is the moment. Tell my beloved child to open the door with courage, for I am the one sending what they see." And do you see how perfectly timed this is? Look back for a second. Think of all the delays, all the detours, all the closed doors you faced. At the time, they felt like punishment. But now, can you see they were positioning every no was actually making space for this yes? Every closed path was steering you here to this threshold, to this knock. My beloved, your story is not random. It is written. Every page, every pause, every pain was setting the stage for this exact moment. My beloved, let me whisper a secret that heaven has been holding for you. Every time you felt ignored, every time you thought your life was going unnoticed, the angels were actually documenting your journey. There was not a single night where your tears hit the pillow without heaven recording it. Archangel Michael says, "Tell my child." Every tear became a jewel in heaven's treasury. Every sigh became a note in heaven's song. Every prayer became a seed waiting for the perfect soil. And now that soil has been found, that season has arrived. That miracle is walking to your door. Can you feel how different this day is? There is something unusual in the air, like a quiet electricity, like the stillness before a great storm. But not a storm of destruction, a storm of blessing. Heaven is gathering above you, preparing to pour something that will leave you speechless. That's why you are being pressed to read carefully, to absorb each word, because words are the doorway through which this truth enters your heart. Don't rush, don't skip. Every line carries light that will anchor your spirit when the knock comes. And yes, beloved, there will be a knock. It may not be loud. It may not even seem unusual at first. But when it comes, your heart will leap because your spirit will recognize it. What they carry in their hands is hidden for now. But when you see it, you will understand why heaven called this an urgent message. You will see why Archangel Michael himself was sent. It is because this is not small. This is not ordinary. This is the beginning of something that will ripple through the rest of your life. Do you know why Archangel Michael speaks with such urgency? Because the enemy of your soul would love for you to dismiss this. The enemy would love for you to scroll past, to say, "This isn't for me," or "This can't be real." But Michael lifts his sword against that lie. He says, "Child of God, this is your appointed hour. If you skip it, you may miss the very thing your heart has been crying for." That's why this is written not in vague whispers, but in thunderous truth. It is your name, your door, your miracle. Think for a moment about your life as it has been. So many struggles, So many times you gave without receiving. So many times you stood strong even when no one noticed. But heaven noticed. This is not chance. It is design. It is the weaving of threads you couldn't see, coming together into a fabric you can finally touch. And when that fabric unfolds at your door, you will understand why all the waiting was necessary. God says, "Tell my child, this is the surprise that will make sense of the pain, the delay, the silence. My child, let your imagination stretch for a moment. Picture that person standing outside, holding something behind their back, their hands trembling slightly, not out of fear, but out of the weight of what they are carrying. They know it is not ordinary. They may not even understand the fullness of it themselves, but heaven has placed it in their hands for you. When they reveal it, your world will change, not because of the object itself, but because of what it represents. It represents God's faithfulness. It represents the truth that you were never forgotten. And oh, how heaven rejoices when a moment like this comes. The angels lean over the edges of eternity, watching, singing, whispering your name in unison. They say, "This is the hour. This is the day. This is the child we were sent to protect." And now look, the promise is being delivered. Heaven celebrates you even when you feel small. Heaven honors you even when people overlook you. And now heaven is showing you through this hidden thing in hue. My child, let your imagination stretch for a moment. Picture that person standing outside holding something behind their back, their hands trembling slightly, not out of fear, but out of the weight of what they are carrying. They know it is not ordinary. They may not even understand the fullness of it themselves, but heaven has placed it in their hands for you. When they reveal it, your world will change, not because of the object itself, but because of what it represents. It represents God's faithfulness. It represents the truth that you were never forgotten. And oh, how heaven rejoices when a moment like this comes. The angels lean over the edges of eternity, watching, singing, whispering your name in unison. They say, "This is the hour. This is the day. This is the child we were sent to protect." And now look, the promise is being delivered. Heaven celebrates you even when you feel small. Heaven honors you even when people overlook you. And now, heaven is showing, wow. My beloved, let me tell you why this moment is unlike any other. Every day that passed before felt like an ordinary day, but in truth, heaven has been counting down to this one. Angels are not bound by the human clock, yet they stood watch as the days turned into weeks, the weeks into months. They knew when your season would shift, and now they are leaning close, whispering, "It is now. It is today." Tell them not to ignore this holy appointment. That is why your spirit feels restless, why your heart is heavier with anticipation than usual. It is not anxiety. It is recognition that destiny is only inches away. Can you sense the pull? The invisible thread tugging at your soul? That is heaven's rope, pulling you closer to the moment that will change everything. Do not resist it. Do not brush it off as imagination. When Archangel Michael commands, it is not suggestion. It is divine order. He says, "Tell my child to prepare their spirit, for what arrives will not only surprise their eyes, but shake their soul into awakening." This is not about something small, like chance. It is about the orchestration of heaven converging on your very doorstep. Think of the door again, beloved. How many times have you walked through it without thought? Today, it is no longer wood and hinges. It is a holy threshold. Angels have circled it. The moment they arrive with the hidden thing in their hands, that threshold will become sacred ground. Do you see how extraordinary this is? Ordinary places in your life are about to be transformed into holy spaces. And it begins with a knock, a sound so simple yet charged with eternity. But here is what you must remember. Not everyone will understand this. If you tell others, some may laugh, some may doubt, some may call it foolish. That is why Archangel Michael is clear. This is not for everyone. This is for you, my child. Do not tell anyone until the moment has passed, until the blessing is secure. Guard it, protect it, honor it, because heaven entrusted it to you, not to them. It is your miracle, your message, your divine unveiling. Beloved, when they arrive, you will see more than hands carrying something hidden. You will see confirmation. Confirmation that God answers in His time. Confirmation that your life is not forgotten. Confirmation that your prayers traveled farther than you ever dreamed and heaven answered louder than you expected. What you will see with your eyes will line up with what your spirit has been whispering all along. I knew something was coming. I knew I was not waiting for nothing. That whisper was not just hope, it was prophecy. My child, hear me when I tell you this. After this moment, you will never think of yourself the same way. You will walk differently, speak differently, pray differently. Because once you see that heaven's hand can reach you even through ordinary people carrying hidden things, you will realize you are truly chosen. You are not random. You are not overlooked. You are the beloved, the one marked, the one heaven watches closely. That realization will awaken power in you that was dormant until now. Do you see how heaven works? It does not shout from the skies with thunder every time. Sometimes it hides itself in the gentle knock of a door, in the trembling hands of someone carrying something unseen. But the effect is the same. Heaven breaks into your life, turning what was common into holy, what was silent into song, what was empty into overflowing. Archangel Michael says, "Tell my child, this surprise is not only for them, it is for the generations to come. What begins today will ripple into tomorrow. And let me remind you of this. The enemy will try to whisper distractions. They will try to cloud your mind with doubt, with questions, with suspicion. But you must stand firm. You must hold the line of faith because doubt is the only thing that can close your hands when God is trying to fill them. Do not let it steal this. Do not let hesitation make you miss the knock. Stand ready. Stay awake. Keep your heart open. For heaven has not gone to such lengths only for you to give up in the final moment. My beloved, lean closer to these words, for heaven is leaning closer to you. Do you understand the weight of this? Every star in the sky, every angel in the heavens, every whisper from God's throne is focused on you in this moment. You may have thought yourself small, but the truth is greater. You are precious, chosen, irreplaceable. That is why this message had to reach you now. That is why Archangel Michael himself was commanded, "Go and do not delay, for my child's hour has arrived." When the Archangel moves, it is not casual, it is urgent, it is final. And right now his voice echoes through your spirit like a trumpet of destiny. Can you feel the holy tension, beloved? That pull between what is and what is coming. That quiet quiver in your chest is not ordinary. It is your soul preparing for impact. For when they arrive, when the one you know steps forward carrying the hidden thing, you will not just see them. You will see the fingerprints of God. You will realize this entire season of waiting, this entire stretch of silence was never empty. It was pregnant with purpose. Every delay was ripening this exact surprise, and now the fruit is ready. Archangel Michael says, "Tell my child the harvest is at their door. All they must do is open." My child, imagine the moment clearly. The door, the knock, the silence breaking as you turn the handle, the familiar face standing before you. Eyes carrying both fear and hope, hands concealing what heaven placed there. And then the reveal. In that instant, your heart will know why angels sang over you, why God kept you through storms, why Michael pressed you not to skip this message. Because this is the sign that your life has shifted. What was hidden has now been revealed. What was delayed has now arrived. What was promised has now manifested. Can you feel the holy tension, beloved? That pull between what is and what is coming. That quiet quiver in your chest is not ordinary. It is your soul preparing for impact. For when they arrive, when the one you know steps forward carrying the hidden thing, you will not just see them. You will see the fingerprints of God. You will realize this entire season of waiting, this entire stretch of silence was never empty. It was pregnant with purpose. Every delay was ripening this exact surprise. And now the fruit is ready. Archangel Michael says, "Tell my child the harvest is at their door. All they must do is open." My child, imagine the moment clearly. The door, the knock, the silence breaking as you turn the handle, the familiar face standing before you, eyes carrying both fear and hope, hands concealing what heaven placed there, and then the reveal. In that instant, your heart will know why angels sang over you, why God kept you through storms, why Michael pressed you not to skip this message, because this is the sign that your life has shifted. What was hidden has now been revealed. What was delayed has now arrived. What was promised has now manifested. And hear me, beloved, it will not end with this moment. This is only the beginning. Once the hidden thing is revealed, doors you thought were locked will swing open. People you thought were gone will reappear with new hearts. Paths you thought were blocked will become clear. It will feel as if an invisible hand is carrying you forward, and that hand is none other than God's. He says, "Tell my child, the same way I sent this person with hidden hands, I will send more. Blessings will keep arriving. Surprises will keep unfolding because I am not finished. But right now, your part is simple: to be awake, to be ready, to not dismiss this as coincidence. Because the easiest way to miss a miracle is to call it ordinary. Do not do that. When the knock comes, receive it as holy. When the hidden hands are revealed, receive them as sacred. When the surprise unfolds, embrace it as the love of God made tangible. This is how you honor heaven. By recognizing its movement when it comes disguised in simplicity. My beloved Archangel Michael is still here, his wings covering you, his sword lifted to guard you. He says with finality, the appointed hour is now. The child must know this is not imagination. It is destiny. That is why your body feels electric, why your chest feels heavy, why your spirit feels stirred. It is confirmation that this is for you, only you, and cannot be skipped. Heaven would not pour this much urgency for something meaningless. No, this is everything you waited for, wrapped in the unexpected. And when it happens, beloved, do not forget these words, replay them in your mind. Remember that you were told before it came. That is the mark of the divine, that you are warned, prepared, embraced, before it even unfolds. God does not want you confused. He wants you confident. He wants you to know that He is the author of this surprise, that He is the one orchestrating every step, that His hand has never left your side. And when you see it all come together, you will whisper with tears, "God, you remembered me." My child, that whisper will be the beginning of your new life, and heaven will echo back, "Yes, we remembered you. Yes, we never forgot. Yes, this was always for you." And in that moment, you will feel the weight of being chosen, of being loved, of being marked by God Himself. That feeling will never leave you. It will carry you through the rest of your days like fire in your veins, like light in your bones, like eternity breathing inside you. Beloved, let me tell you something you may not have fully realized yet. This surprise that is coming, it is not only about your joy, it is also about your healing. For so long, your heart carried scars that you never showed to anyone. You smiled in front of the world, but heaven saw the wounds beneath. And God said, "It is not enough for my child to survive. They must be restored. That is why this hidden gift is more than an answer. It is a balm. When it comes, you will feel peace soaking into places." Amen.